The National Housing Trust have turned their attention on the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth, Malvern to be exact, as 8 a.m. today at the time of this video. Between 8 a.m. today, September 30th to October 1st, there'll be online applications for service lots at Malvern in the parish of St. Elizabeth. So you can go onto NHT site right now and look. Once you type in NHT, the information is there on Google, 929-6500. If you need any clarification on any development I tell you NHT is selling, see the number here. It is public knowledge. All right, so first have them confirm that it's their development, and then you go and ask about when it will be ready for application, price, whatever you need to ask. So anything that is not clear, it is right there for your clarification. All right, it is NHTs for everybody, every citizen of Jamaica. All right, so now we're scrolling down to upcoming schemes, and we see Malvern Housing Development. All right, you can already see 27 service lots, and we're going to click on it to get further information such as the size, etc. Between Tuesday, September 30th, 2025 and Wednesday, October 1st, 2025, the National Housing Trust will be inviting applications for 27 service lots within the Malvern Housing Development. The Malvern Housing Development is located approximately 15 kilometers southwest of Santa Cruz. There will be 27 service lots. The lot size are 835 meters squared to 2,150 meters square. The price range from 3.1 million to 5.8 million. So the price is determined by the size of the lot. The bigger the lot, the more you'll pay. When you go to the location tab, it shows you, well, I guess if you click on it directly, it might give you directions, but I did not try that. So it just shows me that it's Jamaica. All right, and then I click on apply to get further details. So the NHT will lend a single applicant up to the full purchase price of a solution within the Malvern Housing Development, subject to your eligibility and your affordability, of course. If two persons co-apply for the solution, they can borrow up to the total cost of the solution. Under the First Home program, the NHT will develop one-bedroom and studio apartment complexes in or around urban centers, just as we saw with Howard Avenue Housing Development. All qualified NHT contributors may apply. However, preference will be given to qualified applicants who live or work firstly in the parish of St. Elizabeth, secondly in Manchester, then thirdly in Westmoreland. Of course, how to apply, you go to www.nht.gov.jm, then you'll be directed to the application form. When can you apply for this land? As mentioned, right now, September 30, 8 a.m., and it will be open until 8 p.m. October 1st, 2025. So good luck everyone in the Western region. Before we look at any other information, let's go and look at the prices. So again, the price varies depending on the size of the unit. So for the loan amount for the service lot, if you look in column 2, service lot medium goes for 3.1, that's the minimum. Service lot large in the third column, that goes for 4.5. Service lot premium in the fourth column goes for 5.2, and service lot deluxe in the fifth column, that goes for 5.8. So prices range from 3.1 to 5.8 depending on the size of the lot. So those are the prices for the lot, and the closing cost, no matter what size, will be $3,500. So these are for single applicants. So for single applicants, the weekly income required to qualify is $16,000 per week. All right. So the balance that must be funded by the applicant, and we'll use the medium service lot for example. So the balance that you'll pay would be the $3.1 million plus the $3,500 for the closing cost. So that's $3,103,500. All right, and your expected monthly payment toward this house over the years will be $7,388.33 per month, and you can see for the different size lots what you'll be paying per month. So there's a brochure or a fact sheet on the site regarding this development, so we'll just go over a few information. Some we already mentioned, some will be new We already know the price range from 3.1 million to 5.8. We know that it will be open to the public for application September 30, 8 a.m. to October 1st, 8 p.m. There are 27 service lots, and the price depending on the size. All right. So regarding the NHT loan and financing, all employed applicants must be current contributors to the NHT who have made at least 52 weekly contributions, 13 of which must have been made during the last 26-week period leading up to the date of application. If you're self-employed, you should be current with your last 2 quarterly contribution payments that are payable to a tax office. Persons who have received previous mortgage loans from the NHT, you're not eligible. Persons who co-applied with other NHT contributors to take up previous loans, contributors who are homeowners or whose spouses are homeowners, are those persons. If you applied, you cannot be the primary applicant. All right. Contributors who previously applied and received a benefit under the Parent Assist 1 facility. To apply, go to www.nht.gov.jm right now, as long as it's between September 30, 8 a.m. to October 1st, 8 p.m. and you'll look for the application form and fill it out. Okay, and they'll need a history of your contributions. When you're applying, you don't necessarily need to have all the information, but once they contact you and you come in for the interview, you'll be expected to have all your employment history. So you may need to contact your past employers to get the dates of employment so you can have all your information ready. And you know your TRN, your ID, the usual need to be present once you're in for an interview. Important points to note: the system will not accept duplicate applications, so please ensure that your information is correct and complete before submitting. So even developments that are not yet open for application, like the one I posted on Friday for the villages of Colbeck Castle. So you get all this notice from now, and their expected completion is set to be November 2026. So you have all that time to make sure you're up to date. If you have to be contributing for 52 weeks straight, you can start your contribution now. If you're far behind, start your contribution now, so that when the application opens, you'll be ready. So you might say, oh, you post it and it's not for sale. It is for sale, it's just not open to the public as yet, but I'm showing you there it is, and you can get yourself ready, especially persons in Old Harbour, especially persons who are self-employed. You can take the time to go contribute to your NHT, get up to date, because you know in Old Harbour you have a lot of barbers, taxi drivers, farmers, as you can see up in Colbeck Castle. Those persons don't have a payslip to show. So now they can all go into NHT and get themselves ready, because I believe that, as they say, if you're living in the vicinity, you should get first preference. And disclaimer, the videos I am showing in St. Elizabeth, that was my visit to a different section of St. Elizabeth. It is not the actual land for sale. You have to contact NHT if you'd like to see the land beforehand or whatever information you may need. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.